I'm often asked the question, is it best to invest in residential property or commercial property? A simple answer is in fact both, but let's have a little look at the differences. Residential property, there's obviously always going to be a demand for people, houses for people stay, houses and flats. There's a massive demand. And residential property, it's possible to get into residential property with smaller amounts of money. We can buy like a house for £100,000, get a rental income of probably between £700 and £800. Residential, we're always navigating, however, with like changing legislation. Commercial property, we've got really stable legislation. We know that commercial property law is based on the 1954 Act, whereas residential is changing almost every few years. So commercial property offers a level of stability, but we need to carefully choose the type of commercial class that we want to invest in, and also the entry level, it's higher. Generally we're talking about 200 up to 500,000 for starting investing in like commercial units. So entry price is different. And then we're talking about management. It's possible to self-manage residential property, so you can self-manage buy-to-lets, potentially self-manage HMOs. I'm not recommending self-managing commercial properties because it is specialist. There's good commercial agents out there that can manage it. When we're proposing commercial property deals, I'm doing this with experienced commercial property manager who's got his own commercial property portfolio as well, so we know that we're providing a really good service. Other things on residential, we've got what we call the BRR model, so we're buying below market value, renovating to add value, and then refinancing to get generally quite a bit of the money out, and we're doing that over a cycle of maybe between 6 and 12 months. In commercial property, we can get good revaluations if we're able to increase the income of the commercial property, because the valuations are based on income divided by a yield. So if we're buying a commercial property that is like under occupied, maybe hasn't got good leases in place, then when we improve that, we can typically over between 2 and 5 years, we're able to get all our money out. So in reality, someone who's got a portfolio of buy-to-lets has enough money maybe released to start investing in commercial. It's a really good asset class to get into. Which type of commercial do we prefer, and sort of which type of residential do we prefer? Generally, to get maximum income, I'm going on residential for HMOs, because instead of renting out a complete house, we're renting out individual rooms, getting more income, and that's de-risking. And in fact, the same in commercial. We're not generally recommending buying retail shops, because retail shops are not so profitable, and a lot of high streets have got a lot of empty premises. We're buying shops when we can convert to residential. That's a really good strategy. But when we're talking about pure commercial, something that works really well are like multi-use units on industrial blocks, where it can be like a small warehouse, a place where people are preparing things to ship on Amazon or eBay, or it could be like dance studios, gyms, small offices with some element of service, like it could be accountants, for example, solicitors. And there, when we've got multiple tenants, it's like the commercial equivalent of an HMO, and that can be a really good strategy. So what's best, residential or commercial? If we're really starting, then residential is probably the best thing. Or if we've got larger amounts of money to deploy, we want something that can be completely hands-off, stable, with good potential of getting money out to reinvest, then commercial is a good option. So we've got lots of education and content, both about residential and commercial. We're doing training mentorships, and yeah, we can help you along the what we call the path to achieving financial freedom, which means replacing like work income or having retirement income through investing in property and growing a property portfolio.